Look at all the money those guys are scraping in. What are they doing?
I think it's called scalping.
Did I hear scalping?
Holy bejeebus, it's Andy Profit Margins Borger, the greatest scalper on this side of the Mississippi.
That's me, kids, and I'm here to teach you a thing or two about scalping.
Yippee!
Do you know what separates the great scalpers from the clerks that pay less?
No, tell us, Andy.
Well, it's a little something I call the black market.
What's that?
It's a market in which a price-controlled good is sold at an illegally high price through various methods, and scalping is one of those methods.
Wow, that sounds like the cat's meow.
You see, we can discuss the properties of scalping by graphing. This is a simple supply and demand curve. Although the demand is unchanged, the supply is perfectly vertical because there are a set number of tickets. We then add in the face value price. The blue shaded area depicts the actual revenue the institution makes.
That makes sense, but what happens to the extra demand?
Actually, that leads me into my next point. As you can see by the red striped region, the institution is unable to supply enough tickets for all the rowdy fans.
Look at all the lost revenues.
Exactly, and that's where scalping comes into play. Whenever an institution puts a set price on a ticket, they've created a price ceiling.
So a maximum price, right?
You've got it. And at the top of this orange striped area is the maximum price a scalper can sell for, creating a market clearing or equilibrium price. Again, showing the revenue that the institution has lost. So in the end, each of the striped areas shows revenue that could have been made if the institution was willing to pay the opportunity cost.
Wait, what's opportunity cost?
Well, in this example, it's what the institution is giving up by setting a certain price and number of tickets sold.
So basically the scalpers are just taking advantage of consumers' desires, where the institution isn't willing to.
That's the ticket.
Wow, so there's a lot of money to be made, and it doesn't even seem that hard. Heck, I could buy tickets at a low price and sell them for a higher one all by myself.
Now don't get ahead of yourself, Sonny. Having a partner is the way to go in my next helpful tip.
Another tip?
Yep, and it's called comparative advantage. Comparative advantage is the ability to perform an activity at a lower opportunity cost.
There's that opportunity cost thing again.
Right, but in this case, it's showing the benefit of working together. By finding two people who can do two separate jobs, like your buying and selling tickets idea, Greg, the task can be more efficiently approached. All you need to do is figure out who should specialize in what job.
And by specialization, you just mean doing what you're best at in order to help the overall group in the greatest way, right?
Darn tootin'. In fact, I've got another example prepared for you guys.
Awesome!
Let's look at this chart of Greg and Tom buying and selling tickets over the span of 2 hours. From the information, we can see that if Greg were to do both tasks, he would buy 2 tickets and sell 2 tickets. Tom, doing those tasks, could buy 2 tickets and sell 10 in the same time. So they would have a total of 4 tickets bought and 12 tickets sold.
Wow, that seems like a pretty good profit to me.
Oh kid, that's just pocket change. Look what happens when they specialize. When Greg was buying and selling, for every chunk of time he dedicates to buying a ticket, he would lose 1 ticket that he could have sold. Now for Tom, each ticket he decides to spend time buying, he forgoes 5 tickets sold.
Wow, that seems like Tom has a higher opportunity cost.
Yeah, much higher.
Right, and this is why Tom needs to focus on selling. And now that we have that information, we can see what the final numbers are after 2 hours of specialization. It shows that Greg could buy 4 tickets and Tom could sell 20.
Good golly gosh, that's a huge difference from the first scenario.
So does this change your mind about working together?
It sure does, Andy. Comparative advantage is my new best and only friend.
Well, that's just dandy. Now what are you guys going to do with all these great tips?
Perform illegal transactions in a black market.
Good to hear. Well, I can see that my job here is done. Just remember, kids, scalping is what the United States of America was founded on, or my name's not Andy Profit Margins Borger.
What?
See you next time.